Ashe Empresses, it is the Sacred Empress here, and I'm back with another presentation. I figured now that I'm gonna start doing them, whether it's on the new moon, full moon, whatever. I want to have events for the new and full moon cycles, just because I find that it's convenient and it also gives me, more room to, try new things, and all that good stuff. So we're going to be covering how to create your own reality today. So, for those that are stuck in the matrix, that's what we're going to call it. For those that are stuck in the matrix or, stuck in something, I do hope that this presentation helps give you more clarity and insight on how to take control over your reality, and start living for yourself, and, doing things for you, doing things from the heart, all of the above. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Without further ado, I'm your host with the most, Ashanti, or Tiff Newt, and today I got a nice little presentation for you. Also, a little activity as well. So if you guys have pen and paper, grab that, and yeah. So, what is quantum physics? So we're covering the basics of quantum physics because it is a very, very in-depth theory. It's a lot. It's a lot. A lot of people that practice or work with quantum physics typically say that it's very hard to understand and comprehend because of how complex it is. So I wanted to make it very, very, very simple for you all. So this is the physics of possibility. I think I have a typo. But everything is made up of quantum physics. Things like nuclear plants, cell phones, etc., could have been possible without it. Us included. So quantum physics is basically the little tiny particles, atoms, that make up energy, that make up everything, which goes a lot deeper into creating your own reality, because that means that there's many, many, many possibilities, many outcomes, many, many things. Honestly, it just kind of keeps it open, to different possibilities in your path, in your journey. Like, let's say in this universe you are a photographer, but in another universe or another reality you're a painter or a musician or a dancer or a basketball player, or so on and so forth. So that goes on for ever, damn near infinity, we should say, right? So that will go on for infinity. There's different realities with you in it, different realities where you look a different way. You may have a smaller nose in a different reality, you may have a bigger butt in a different reality. It's really all about possibility here. And the reason why I wanted to introduce this to you all is because this is I guess I could say, gateway to creating your own reality. When you realize that there are an infinite possibilities and there's infinite realities, you don't feel as what would be the word? You won't feel so stuck, when it comes to what you want to do or who you are, and all of that. So I think in this sense, you guys have to look at it from the perspective of, I can do anything. Honestly, anything you put your mind to, you can do it. Hold on, now I cannot hear. Why? Okay, hopefully that helps them. But yes, does that make sense? Are we getting that? I hope that wasn't like even more confusing. But I hope that registered. I hope somebody at least got it. Please let me know. Just want to make sure before we move forward. But like I said, if you do have any questions, I will be open to answering them a little bit later, towards the end of the session. Okay, Kyla says it makes sense, so that's good. That's good. But yes, when you think of quantum physics, think of infinite possibilities, infinite realities, infinite energy, abundance of money, abundance of passion, love, so on and so forth. So with quantum physics, you'll never be without, because there's always a supply. So yeah, That is quantum physics. All right, moving forward, this gets a little bit more into what I was just saying. But with the theory of quantum physics, there are endless possibilities within our universe, which means that there's a version of you that exists that is happier, healthier, and successful. If you are currently in a place that you don't want to be in, you have the power and control to change it. So for all of us, I'm sure we've had a period in our lives where we were unhappy, where we felt stuck and stagnant. Some of us that may be right now. For others, you probably have surpassed that, or you're, trying to figure out what's next, all of that good stuff. But I want you guys to take a moment to just close your eyes and think about the reality that you truly desire. What are you doing in this reality? How are you feeling in this reality? What surrounds you? What does your daily routine look like? What are you eating? Just really being specific about the reality that you truly desire. What are you doing? Who are you surrounded by? And what's the environment consist of that you're in as well. So just close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and just visualize or think or, whatever senses work for you. But just take that time out to really look into your reality, the reality that you want, the reality that you desire. So I hope that was something that y'all took part in. Whoa, where's my words today? But I do hope with that quick little exercise that gave y'all more of an idea of the life that you want to live. And honestly, going from there, I know as someone that has a really close and healthy relationship with God, I found that, another thing that I do is that I let God know that, hey, I'm a vessel. Use me however you see best fit. Because sometimes we don't really know what we're here to do or if we're even here to do anything. So I found that it's important to, extend that olive branch and be like, look, I want to be used the way that you want me to be used. Whatever you feel I'm here to do, I'm also open to that as well. So moving forward, hoping that slide made a little sense, but moving forward, the next step to creating your own reality is looking within. We are constantly living outside of ourselves. Growing up, we spend so much time and energy going to school, taking on extracurricular activities, and doing what our parents wanted. With all the time that has passed, do you truly know yourself and what you want? Think more about you right now and spend more quality time alone to be present and be more clear about what you want and need to reach your goal. Get to know more about who you are and what you like aside from society's expectations, trends, etc. So, building a relationship with yourself is very, very vital because if you're going to create your own reality, you got to know what you want within that reality. That's like getting your own apartment and designing it with stuff that everyone else is designing their home with. It's not going to feel authentic to you because it's not coming from you. It's coming from an outside source, so you're not going to feel as comfortable in your home as you would if you decorated it with things that you enjoyed, things that you liked, and things that made sense to you, as far as who you are. So getting to know yourself is important because if you don't know yourself, then you're not really going to know what your passions are. You're not really going to know what you like. You're not really going to know what you hate. You're not going to know what you enjoy, and what activities bring you peace and what career path is really, suitable for you. So getting to know yourself is key. On an astrological level, natal charts really do help people understand themselves a little bit better. Whereas I know some people are like, oh, astrology this, astrology that. But I have found that it's helped a lot of people understand more about their lives, and give them more perspective on who they are, at least a glimpse of who they are. The rest is for us to figure out, because that's what the journey is about, finding ourselves, learning ourselves, and loving ourselves. But it's up to you to decide who you are. You get to determine that. If you're not happy with who you are, visualize a version of yourself, that is happy. What are they doing? How are they living their lives? And go from there. But yes, knowing yourself is key to creating your own reality, because you want to create a reality that resonates with you, not what resonates with everybody else, because that's not your reality. You're gonna living for somebody else is not the goal. All right, so moving forward, manifestation. So this is where we start to get into our little activity. So that's going to take up some time, I'm sure. So if you guys have a pen and paper, I would highly encourage you to do this activity now, that we're all here, to help us enhance our manifestations, and really just going from there. So I'm going to be writing. If anyone else is participating in this, that's great. I'm going to give us I'll say maybe, I feel like 20 minutes is pretty safe. 15 to 20 minutes, I'll say. So I'll set a timer for 15 minutes. If y'all need more time, then please let me know. But I'll check in with y'all after 15 minutes. So getting into this slide, once you've taken time out to truly identify your true intentions and what you really want to need, take the time out to sit with yourself and write down some things. The purpose of manifestation is to align with the things you desire. The best way to do this is by putting pen to paper. Some people, do vision boards and all that stuff, but I found that writing it down just kind of seals it. It kind of seals, I don't know. That's my theory. But you guys are going to write down 5 things that you want. And you're going to write a list of 5 things. 1, this, a car, a home, whatever. Write down those 5 things. Okay, that's what we're going to start with. And then once we wrote those things down, we'll move forward to the next thing. So I'm going to grab my iPad, because that's what I'm writing on. But yes, we are going to start with our list of things, and then we're going to move on into a different exercise that I feel will help us out a ton. But yes, manifestation. It is a part of, I wouldn't say of everything, but it is a part of creating your own reality. So I'm going to write down 5 different things that we want. And this could be the 5 things you want for this year. This could be the 5 things you want for this lifetime. That is completely up to you to decide what these 5 things consist of. So I'm going to do for this year, because I have a lot of goals for the year. Oh, man. All right, so once you wrote down all 5 things that you want, just drop an emoji in the chat for me and we will move forward. And I'm not going to start the timer until we do the other portion of this, because that's really what's going to take up most of the time. But it really depends. The fifth thing was the hardest thing for me. I was like, because like I wrote down four things and I was like, okay, this sounds good. This is everything. And then I was like, okay, well, what would five be? So I ended up getting that. Wrote down. Alrighty. Just let me know when everyone else is done and we will move forward. Okay. All right, Tiana. Eloise, did I say that right? Kyla. Okay, is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's 4 people out of 6. So waiting on 2 more. And y'all take y'all's time. Because like I said, I was having a hard time with the last thing. I was like, ooh, I don't know. And it's crazy because, you know, some people will be like, oh, I want this. But it's like when you really narrow it down to like a few things, you'll realize that you don't really want that much. You know, you just want a couple key things and go from there. Because I used to be like, oh, I want this. But these 5 things, literally, these are 5 things that I actually really care about and want, especially in this new year. So it's interesting to see how all of the stuff I wanted really is narrowed down to like 5 things. Alrighty. So majority is finished. So for those that are still catching up or writing things down, no rush, still do your thing. I'm gonna move on to the next part of this. And this is a technique that y'all can always use, even if it's aside from this, maybe you find something else that you want, you can use this technique. There are many other ways to manifest. This is just something that really has helped me in my journey. So now that we wrote down 5 different things, for each thing, you're going to describe what it was like receiving it. Okay. Not actually, I skipped the one. Okay, you're going to describe this specific thing that you want. So one of my things is I want my own place. So I'm going to write down what my place is going to look like. You know, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what does the bathroom look like? What does the kitchen look like? What is, you know, so you can write it out however you want to. It doesn't have to be full sentences. It can just be like a list of things that you want. Just be very descriptive. And that will help you out a ton with receiving what it is that you want. So we're kind of scripting. That's the form of manifestation that I've always subscribed to, just because it helped me out a lot. It helped me manifest $16,000. So I'm sure it's going to help me get all these other things too. I believe. Okay. So we're going to start on that. I'm going to start the timer. Because I don't know how long it's going to take everybody to describe these things. I will also unmute mics. So if y'all want to talk, we can definitely talk and, you know, share. If y'all want to share, it's really up to y'all. But y'all can unmute yourselves if y'all want to talk, or, you know, whatever the case is, totally up to you all. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. All right, so at 5:44, we should be good to move forward. And then obviously the rest of the instructions are there if anybody wants to work ahead. That's completely up to y'all. It's up to y'all. Okay. And just a tip, I should have said this prior, but let's say you're manifesting a car. You could put, my car is red. My car is, like, say it as if you already have it in your possession. So like with my place, I could put like, my place is XYZ. Just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, there's 4 minutes left on the timer. Do we need more time? I know I do because I'm still on my second thing. So if you need more time, please let me know. I'm thinking maybe another 15. I might just do 20 minutes, honestly. Definitely. Yeah, I was over here writing away. But as I was writing, I was starting to like visualize everything that I was writing. And that helped me out a ton. Because then I got to like add what I was seeing into my description. So I added 20 more minutes on the clock. So we will keep it going. How's everybody feeling about the things that they're manifesting? I'm actually really excited. This makes me yes, me too. I'm excited. I'm like, woo! Especially with my car, because I'm like, I could go to the gym in my car. I could go to the store in my car. That's kind of how I was writing it down. I can go here. I can go there. I can go everywhere. So yes, I love that. I love that for us. And I'm sprinkling fairy dust over all of our manifestations to expedite them in hopes that we receive these at the designated date and time that we want to receive them. Okay. I got two more left. There's like 10 minutes left on the clock. Do y'all think that's going to be enough time, or do y'all want me to extend it a little bit longer? All right. Yeah, I got two more left. I've been getting real in depth about these manifestations, which I love. I'm gonna go ahead and date mine too, just so that I don't forget, because I know I will. Ooh, 555 on the clock. All right, I'm on my last one. And then I think after this, that's it. All right, does anybody need more time? I'm finishing up, but anyone needs more time, just let me know. I'm thinking like if y'all do, maybe another 10 minutes, but I'm almost done. It's like the more I write about this specific thing, the better I feel. I'm like, oh, okay. I already know what's gonna happen in my life. I'm in control. right, I'm done. And the last part, describe your first encounter and the experience to the best of your ability. Honestly, if y'all want to do that, y'all can. That is very optional. I feel like I'm gonna do that later on tonight, but I'm glad that we did this while the full moon was at its peak, because that is going to give us, did I say full moon? I meant new moon. That's what I meant. But yes, the new moon is at its peak right now, so this is perfect time to manifest and write down everything. All right, y'all just let me know when y'all are done. I finally finished. All right, Eloise is done. I know that's right. All right, Kyle is finished. Kyle is finished. All right, Charlie's finished. Is that everybody? Alrighty. That is it. That is all. How do you guys feel? I feel like I have nothing to worry about now. You know, like writing all that down. I'm like, okay, I ain't got nothing to worry about. It's done. It's taken care of. Oh, you feel great and calm. That's great. I do too. I feel relief. Like I feel like everything I was ever worried about with these specific things, I'm no longer worried about it, because now I just kind of feel like, oh, well, it's already done. I've already wrote it out. So it's already done. I already finished. I already completed these things. I've already received these things. So I have nothing to trip about. I have nothing to worry about. Oh, I'm glad y'all feel so good after this. Exactly. I'm just like, okay, now we wait. But even in the midst of waiting, it's like, okay, now I just need to focus on, putting everything into action. Everything I said that I was doing, I have to do those things. So it's definitely a weight lifted off of me, because now I feel like I don't have to stress and worry anymore. Yes, I'm so glad we did this. All right, so let's see what's next. All right, so for those that want to learn how to quantum leap or timeline jump, here are some key steps or key essentials, especially with everything that we wrote down. You could apply it to this, let me read my excerpt first and then go into that, but we can apply it to what we wrote down. So when you realize that you control your reality, timeline jumping won't be so difficult. The easiest way for me has always been speaking my intentions before bed and when I wake up. Saying things like, I am waking up into the timeline when I am successful, where I am, in my own apartment, in my own this, I'm financially stable, so on and so forth. And then waking up to say that I have aligned with a timeline where I am happy, where I am beautiful, where I am flexible, just whatever comes to mind in that moment. But also to when we're going to sleep, we could say that we're falling into specific timeline that we want to be in alignment with. And if you're someone that is more visual, before bed, you can visualize the reality you prefer to be in and do the same thing when you wake up. I'm about to sneeze. I feel it. Okay. So remember that the things you choose daily will have an effect on you. So make sure you're choosing things to help reflect the reality you want to live in. If you want to be more successful, do things that will benefit your success. So for example, for some of the manifestations that you guys wrote down, you could say that I'm aligning with the timeline where I have these things, where I am this particular person, or whatever the case may be. So repeating that daily, that'll help you get a lot closer to it as well. So just keep that in mind. You guys may also see, synchronicities and patterns and signs, symbols that you've shifted into a new timeline. And I've always felt different when I would wake up. Like I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm in the timeline where I'm successful. I'm in the timeline where I'm here or there. So timeline jumping is very simple. There are different videos on YouTube that you can fall asleep to. I know I have a TV in my room, so I'll typically play, certain frequencies and sounds when I'm sleeping. Ooh, I just saw 11:11. I love that. But yes, basically quantum leaping, timeline jumping is very simple. So don't overthink it. But yes, that is that on that. And then, does anyone have any questions or anything? The floor is open. Whew. I don't know why now I'm sleepy. Like, I just want to go to sleep. But all right, no questions. Y'all just let me know. Y'all know where to find me too if y'all have questions. So don't be afraid to reach out if y'all need anything or have any questions. Yes, of course. Thank y'all for joining. I'm gonna call it a quits. I'll save this and post it onto my website for those that do want to, come back to this, or for those that missed it. Thank y'all for joining me, and thank y'all for participating. I pray that all of you get everything that y'all are praying for and manifesting. And I wish y'all the best on y'all's journey, and I hope that this helps. Feel free to reach out with updates as well. Because why not? I would love to hear feedback, or, just things that came into fruition for you all after this event. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.